Okay, Trudvang Legends. I initially was very enthusiastic about the game because it promises a persistent world that reacts to you and holds the memory of your previous adventures in the map itself. However, the game during the Kickstarter was completely overhauled, and I got quite disenchanted by Cool Mini or Not as a company after having bought secondhand the Massive Darkness, made all the fan expansions, and then I figured out that I couldn't play it because the story felt unbelievable. The characters had no interaction, no reason to go into the dungeon. Everything was just artificial, and all I saw on the table was plastic. So I'm not sure if I will ever buy it. If I buy it, then it will be secondhand after some years. The Trudvang Legends, the cards and the story that are um, uh, the cards that are placed based on the adventures that you experience in the previous game. These are all based on an excellent book called Trudvang Chronicles. So you might as well just read Trudvang Chronicles and just be done with the game Trudvang Legends. Maybe that's the best way to deal with this IP. Uh, so these cards, as you can see, as you can see, they are squares, and these are the world cards, like Gunnershal, that you place on specific parts of the board. There is always an adventure board that consists of three sides: one right side, the top, and the bottom. The stories are, let's see, the stories. I think that's called the lore cards that are placed here, also squares. The bestiary is the beasts, as you can see, some examples. It's all dirty purple, reddish, typical Simon style. And then you have some hero boards, dashboards called points of interest, and some travel cards that have no place in. It's unclear where they go, but it says the dragon move the dragon to somewhere. So this will, in a sense, direct the world states as it develops. What is here? Yeah, so this is a map cutout. I think it's a much bigger map, but these are regions, these are borders, sea borders, region runes. So it works with a bag of runes. At least it worked with a bag of runes. And now it works differently a bit, but you still have bags of runes. And you have many tokens, and you have a lot of plastic that you have to paint, but there are no examples on how to paint it other than this dirty red dual color example. So I think you need to from Chronicles to have actual pictures of the enemies and monster types, bestiary things. The story begins with a misty beginning. Being a story-driven game, the stories and entries may be unpredictable, leading to situations that are not covered in the rulebook. In such cases, the rules presented in cards in the Book of Sagas take precedence over the rulebook. So there is a Book of Sagas. Let's see. Okay, this is the Book of Sagas. So this is like the storybook in Sleeping Gods, for example. So I printed out the book, and it contains actually a lot of information, and I had also printed out the very first version, and I was pretty impressed. So I had almost backed it, but it's been delayed forever, it seems, and maybe this year it will come out. So you're casting runes. That's throwing coins, actually. And if you have too many demonic coins, then your turn is over, something like that. This so story card example: convince the guard. If you fail, add card 006 to main yard. So that is how the world develops. Yeah, I think that's very nice. Depends, of course, on how far will it go. It's not a perfect book. Performing, for example, is a very interesting verb. I perform. And let's see. And this is the next to most recent version that you can just download online from Simon itself. Yeah, it tries to do something with runes, but don't ask Cool Mini or not to make an actual game. I've sewn this suit, whatever, just like the other books, and then glued the back and then the front over the back. So you have a nice, what do you say, rich face, a nice holder of the pages. Yeah, work in progress. Bye.